What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Coming off of a phenomenal day in our VIP and a pretty dang good day on our free pick. So we did cash every single prize pick slip that we posted. We posted like 5 slips yesterday. They all cashed. Most of them were from tacos. We had the AJ Wilson taco. We cashed a pair for a nice little 2.2x. We had the Pavetta taco that cashed for a 2.2x. Cashed this Jake Irvin and Agumike underdog slip, $50 for 115. This is another discount. Obviously, Scherzer and Sanchez right here catch us out for 2.5x. Boyd and Scooball taco again, another 2x. So killed the tacos yesterday. We did play 4 money lines. We played these in a round robin. 3 of the 4 cashed. One of them missed, unfortunately. We still profited 6 units on all these plays. I didn't post every single one of the slips because we had literally like 5 slips that cashed right here. Maybe more than that, to be honest with you. I think it was a total of like 10 slips for the round robin. Profited 6 units on it anyway with a 3 out of 4, which is good. We had these on our underdog challenge that cashed. We had Agumike, Alyssa Thomas that cashed us out. Had Sanchez and Pavetta both under pitching outs that cashed us out. Boyd and Joe Ryan. I played this slip twice. I played a 5-unit play and I played a 2-unit play on this slip. We nuked it for 5 units, even on our challenge. I don't recommend doing it, but the lines were so high, man. They should not have been there. They should have never been posted, and you guys can see how it went for us. It went well. And then we played these over on Hot Streak, a nice little $250 slip to win 500. So overall, yesterday was extremely green. Couldn't ask for a better day yesterday. If you guys do want to get all these slips, head on over to our Watt page. Links down in the description. For $25 a month or $10 a week, you can get in our Discord. It's less than $1 a day, and you can get in right now for 20% off if you use code NFL. So we'd love to have you guys in there. Just let me know if you sign up and you need help, and we'll get you guys added. That being said, I am going to pick a winner from our last video to win a free month of VIP. So make sure you guys leave a like on this video and drop a comment down below to get a free month of VIP, or for a chance anyways. You can get a free month. Sign up for any partnered app. All of our partnered apps are listed down in the description. Just make sure you use our code and send me a DM on Instagram or on Discord preferably, and I'll get you guys added. But anyways, guys, one more thing. We are doing our underdog challenge again. Today is day 8. We are up to a $370 bankroll from 100 within a week. It's been 7 days, and we've more than 3.7x'd our bankroll, which is absolutely crazy. I will be posting another video for this here in just a little bit. If you guys do want to get in on that, we'd love to have you in there. If our underdog challenge video gets 200 likes, I'm picking another comment from those comments as well. So go show the video some love. But winner from yesterday's video is going to be for Grady. I have no clue how to say your name. LFG. He said, I need free VIP, he or she. So send me a message, Grady. I think I'm saying that right. But anyways, message me on Discord. I'll get you added for that free month, and I appreciate the love and support. All right, guys. So looking at today, we have WNBA and we have MLB. Now, for WNBA, I gave 2 picks yesterday for tonight's game. I thought that the Wings and the Sparks game yesterday was for last night, but anyways, it is tonight. It's the only game we have. I've given 2 plays already for it, so we're not going to be jumping too much into WNBA today. We're going to play another slip, and I'll show you guys here in a minute. So, looking at our slips yesterday, we had Agumike, and then we had Kiki. Both of them cashed. So, both free picks we gave yesterday for those 2 cashed. Then we got Hamby and Beckers. Now, I need Beckers to get 18 points today. I need Hamby to get 15. Probably going to be a little bit sweaty, but if they cash, we win for another $964, which will be nice. We'll run another WNBA slip, and what I'm going to end up running is going to be the Kelsey Plum 1.5 3 points made. Now, be careful with this. It's not a play that I really just love. I'm not big on taking WNBA players to hit 3-pointers, and the reason being is I've been chalked so many times by Sabrina Ionescu that it's like hard to trust any of them. So Kelsey Plum is the first one. I am going to run this if you guys want to run it on Parlay Play. Code Fantasy Aces on Parlay Play gets you a free month of VIP. They also give you a free $5 bet if you guys do want to do that. But 3 points made. So her original line's 2.5. We're getting a 1 discount. And she's cashed it 8 of her last 10. She's cashed it 4 straight. She's cashed it 76% of games on the season. Head-to-head versus the Dallas Wings, she's cashed it 3 of 5 games. She has 2 games this season. She had 3 in one game and 1 in the other. Now, what we need to look for is we need to look for how many 3-point attempts does she actually make shooting. So, versus the Wings, in the history, or in the past, she has averaged 5.4 attempts over her last 5 games. If you look at her on the season, she's averaging 6.6 attempts. So she's averaging a little bit less versus Dallas than she does on a normal basis. You can see at the start of the season, she was shooting 9 and 10 three-pointers per game. She's kind of dialed it back some. Max is around 7 right now. But if she shoots 6 or 7 threes, she should make 2 of them. So that's the way that I'm going about this. I'm going to risk it. You can look at Dallas's three-point defense. They had the third worst three-point defense in the league, giving up 9 three-pointers per game. Plum's definitely going to take some shot opportunities here. I will personally be running her on this play if you guys do want to tell it. So there's not really a whole lot more to say about this. It's going to be risky. It is what it is. Now, I gave you guys two free plays yesterday. I gave you Paige Beckers at 17.5 points. I could play Beckers right now, and this gives us over a double up, which you guys know I love those double ups. I'm not going to do this because I already have her on a slip. So I'm either going to run her 14.5 points line with another WNBA play and make it a 3-pick, or I'm going to take her PRA at like 24.5. So 24.5 PRA versus 14.5 points. Which one do we like better? And we can pull this up and take a look. Let's pull Beckers up. And we'll make an educated decision based off of our research and what it shows right here. So our points line at 14.5. She has cashed it, and you can see a Goombawala is out, obviously. But she's cashed it 9 straight games. She's cashed it 79% on the season. Great hit rate. Obviously, this play should be something she cashes. She had 29 points her last game versus the Sparks. Her PRA, on the other hand, she has cashed it 64%, and she's cashed it in 7 of her last 10. So her points prop is more efficient and more, or what does this say about Beckers? Oh, they're going to lean on Beckers. I was about to say, I saw her name highlighted. It kind of scared me for a minute. But anyways, she has hit the points line a little bit more accurately than she's hit this. I like looking for consistent plays in WNBA. Her points is one of them. Like I said, we do have her points already at 17.5. I'm not going to run the 17.5 line just because I don't want to have more than a unit on that play because it could be a little bit sweaty. Now with a Goombawala out, it could be another really good play. Beckers could come out here and drop 30 again. We'll see what happens. So this gives us a 1.67x. We're going to find another discounted line, and we're just going to add them together. So we already have Hamby points. We could take Hamby for 12 points, and this gives us a 1.9x. We could take her at a 14.5 again, gives us over a double up. I think I'm just going to take Hamby at 11.5 points. You guys know how Hamby is. Hamby is one of those players who has just been a wagon for us in WNBA so far this season. She cashes about every time. I played her at 14.5. If you look at her 11.5, she's cashed it 10 straight. She's cashed it 20 straight games. The hit rate, you can't find a prop that has a higher hit rate than this. She's cashed it 91% of games on the season, every single game versus Dallas. Like, it's a perfect matchup. So I'm going to take a chance on this one as well. So this is the slip I'm going to lock in if you guys want to tell it. I know these are discounted lines. You guys might hate these, but it is what it is, man. It's free double up right here, in my opinion, as long as Kelsey Plum ends up cashing and the game stays kind of competitive. So that gives us another $477 win if we cash it at 1.9x, which I really, really like. So I was just quick disclaimer here. For this video, I didn't have WNBA really prepared. My goal or my intention was to just give just MLB props, and I saw Kelsey Plum, and I was like, you know what, I'll just go ahead and throw that in, and we'll just kind of make a slip. So we just kind of cooked that up live in the last 45 seconds. Like, those picks are just off the top of the head. It's not something that I sat here and was like, man, this is going to be a killer slip. But I will tell you right now, that slip, this one, I really like this slip. I think this goes green. Plum is the only, like, I think Hamby and Beckers are for sure going to cash those lines. Plum is the one that I am worried about. But other than that, man, I think this is going to be a sweep day on these 3 props, which would be a $1,400 win. I'll go ahead and refresh so you guys know these are legit slips. They are locked in, you can see. Got to do that every video just so I don't have people in the comments saying they're fake slips or something. Because there are a lot of fakers out there. You guys know that. But anyways, let's get swapped over to MLB, and let's go ahead and jump into some of our plays. So I got 2 plays, or I have 2 pitchers that I like. One's under, one's over, and I have 2 props for each pitcher. So it's going to be the same 2 props, or the same 2 pitchers on both props. You'll see here in a second. But the first one I like is Valdez. So we're going to take our man Framber Valdez. I like Valdez to go over fantasy score. And if we can spell his name right, his name might pop up. But Houston pitcher, pitching versus Detroit, obviously. His line is set to go under 18.5. He's projected to go right at 6 innings. You can see Valdez is pretty much a pretty long leash pitcher. He goes 7 innings a lot of games, 8 innings some games, 9 innings in one game versus Tampa Bay. Pitching versus Detroit in Detroit tonight. I like Valdez on underdog, and I like his fantasy score at 32.5. This is a line that he's missed 3 games in a row. The last 5 on this is going to look bad, which I like even better because last 5 Warriors will probably take the under on this if they see he's been getting lit up and they know it's versus Detroit because Detroit's not that bad of a team. You can come look at Detroit. Their offense is top 10 in the league. 6th in batting average, 6th in on-base percentage, and 3rd in slug percentage. So they're definitely, last 5 Warriors will be leaning the under on this one. Last 10 Warriors, you'll probably say, oh, this is a coin flip, whatever. That's the one I like to be. Data shows, in my opinion, that Framber will give us 32.5 fantasy points. That's my opinion on this. If you look at Framber Valdez, he's 11-6 on the season. He's a 3.01 ERA and a 118 WHIP. He averages 8.92 strikeouts per 9 innings, which is right at 1 strikeout per 9 or 1 strikeout per inning pitcher. So high strikeout pitcher. He has a pretty dang good control. That's well below the average. And then his record shows that he can get a win tonight. We know Houston's not a bad team. Detroit's not a bad team either. It should be a pretty competitive game like it was last night. Tarek Skubal had a great game last night. Not pitching as good of a pitcher today. They got Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton is 8-10 on the season with a 5.20 ERA and a 1.48 WHIP. So Charlie Morton's one of those pitchers that I could see getting lit up today. And I took Charlie Morton under 20.5 pitching outs on a different app. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get that on very many apps, and I paired it with a couple others. So, just saying, I like Charlie Morton to get lit up today. I think he doesn't have a great game, and Valdez should be able to, or potentially gets a win today. Valdez should go 6 innings at least. He should get a quality start. I don't think he gives up 3 runs or more than 3 runs. Think he gets at least a K per inning. Think he gets at least 5 to 6 Ks, and I like this play a lot. So love Valdez in this spot. He's averaging 37 fantasy score on the season. I think this is going to be a good spot for him to go. And you can look at his leash down here. He does get a lot of pitches. Averages 93.7 pitches per game. Several games where he goes over 100 pitches. He's going to get close to 100 pitches as long as he's not getting lit up. And looking at Detroit's batting versus left-handed pitcher over the last 30. So their batting average and stuff has come down slightly, 252 from 260 on the batting average. Their on-base percentage is a 30.3% rather than 33%, which has come down tremendously. And their OPS has come down by 0.24 or 22, I mean, and it's went from 5th in the league to 11th. So not hitting as good as they were at the start of the season, which is great for Valdez. And fantasy score is a prop that I like a lot. And I locked it in on underdog. If you guys want to tell it, I will go ahead and pull this slip up for you guys. Underdog right here. We got Framber Valdez, we got Bailey Ober, we got Ober going under. So Valdez is the first pick, Bailey Ober is the second pick. We'll go ahead and pull Ober up and I'll show you why I like his under. Hey, Ober for the Twins. We know Ober struggled a little bit pitching versus the A's today in Minnesota. So they played the A's obviously last night. A's ended up having an okay game. They lit up Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan struggled, which is great. So I like Bailey Ober under 30.5. It's actually got bumped down, so you actually get better value right now if you lock in this slip, which is awesome, in my opinion. But anyways, whoa, excuse me, I said better value. That's worse value. That is worse value. I'm thinking overs. Anyways, that's worse value, so it did get bumped down. If you want to take the bump, you can. I don't dislike the bump at 30.5 either. He's been under at 9 of his 10 games. He's been under at 14 of 20 on the season. Head-to-head, he has been over every game versus Oakland, or his last 2 games anyway. Both are from last season. 49 and 61 fantasy score in those games. So this is one of those, like, do you think the A's can get to him? The A's sucked last season. The A's have not been that bad this season. Look at their offensive stats. 5th in the league in batting average, 9th in on-base percentage, and then 3rd in slug percentage over the last 30 games. 272 batting average, a 33% on-base percentage, and a 485 slug percentage. They've been hot lately. Can't fault taking the under on Ober on this one because Ober's not a very good pitcher. He's 4-7 with a 5.15 ERA and a 1.35 WHIP. Doesn't get a lot of Ks either. Like, it's a great matchup for him. Head-to-head doesn't look good, but other than that, man, I think Bailey Ober gets lit up. I really do. I'm not a huge Ober fan. He's chalked me so many times, and I lean towards him to go under on this one. That's just my personal opinion. If you guys want to lock it in, it is there. But anyways, that is going to be our second pick of the day, and then I'm going to go ahead and swap over to the play that I like on parlay play for this one, just because I know a lot of people don't play fantasy scores or can't get fantasy scores. So if you have strikeouts, you can play this too if you can buy them down. So I like Valdez to go over 4.5 Ks. I like his 5.5 K line too if you want to take that. I'm going to take this parlay play boost at 4.5 just because it's got a better hit rate and I can still get my value on this. But I'm taking Valdez 4.5 Ks. You guys already saw Valdez over strikeout per inning pitcher, right out of strikeout per inning pitcher. So gets a lot of Ks going against a team that strikes out a decent amount. So at 4.5, he's catched it 5 of his last 10. He's catched it 67% of games on the season. So he has a high ceiling 12 Ks versus the White Sox and versus Washington. Pitching versus Detroit. Detroit's not a high strikeout team over the season. 12th in the league. Last 30 games, they've come up to a 23.4% strikeout rate, striking out bottom 10 or top 10 in terms of the amount of strikeouts in the last 30 games. So they've been striking out a lot more lately. Like I already said, Valdez is a pretty high strikeout pitcher. Head-to-head data, he's been under both games versus Detroit. Both are from last season. That doesn't scare me. If you look at Valdez, he catched this line in 69% of games last season as well. He's consistently a high strikeout pitcher. He's due for a good strikeout game. Looking at his last 5, and another last 5 Warrior might take this under. So another reason I like Valdez at 4.5 Ks. I think it's a great line at a boost, and we'll be locking him in. We paired him with, I've already told you guys, taking the same 2 players on both props. I'm taking Bailey over once again. I'm taking his Ks under. His Ks are 5.5. He's been under 9 of his last 10 games. He's been under 16 of 20 games on the season, which is an 80% hit rate. He's averaging right at 4 strikeouts per game. You can look at over. He strikes out 7.14 per 9 innings, which is well under a strikeout per inning pitcher. His head-to-head data versus Oakland, 8 and 10, both from last season. This is why his fantasy score was so high in those games. He got a lot of Ks in his last 2 games versus Oakland. But Oakland has not been striking out much in the last 30, 21.7%, 14th in the league. So kind of middle of the pack. They started out striking out even more than they do now, but they have come down a little bit more patient. They do have a lot of sluggers on their team, so potential to strikeouts are there, but Ober getting 6, I don't think is going to happen. So that's who I paired with Valdez under this if you want to lock him in. So Ober, Bailey Ober under 5.5 Ks. This gives you another double up, which I'm going to max out this boost at 250. Gives us a 530 5 slip, and that's what I have locked in for today. So these are the slips I have for today, guys, if you want to tell. Obviously, you can't tell these 2 because 2 of the picks are from yesterday. But we got De'Erica Hamby, 14.5 points. Paige Becker, 17.5 points. Valdez, over 4.5 Ks. Ober under 5.5 Ks. We got Hamby and Becker's both bought down on their points line with Kelsey Plum as a boost, which gives us a total payout of almost 2 bands if we were to lock these in and cash all of them. And then we have this Framber Valdez and Bailey Ober fantasy score on underdog, $100 to win $350. If you guys do want to tell. That's what I got for today, guys. I'm about to go lock in these underdog slips for our ladder challenge. Once again, we are sitting at $370 from a $100 start, starting literally a week ago from today, which is awesome. Almost 4x our bankroll. Yesterday was very, very close to being an insane day, and I'll show you guys some results on that. So the pick 'em, we come down here. If Peterson would have went under 20.5 pitching out, so Peterson pitched almost a full 8 innings, which crazy, man. If he would have just not got 7 full innings, we would have cashed this slip, and then we would have cashed this slip right here as well, which was Peterson, a 4-man for 54. So we would have had over $400, almost a $500 bankroll if we would have got that. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But anyways, guys, I hope you have an awesome day. I hope you cash every slip, and I'll see y'all in the next one.